The third Challenger Series took place last week with Guubums taking home the gold and earning a spot in the mid-set finale. As we're approaching the conclusion of the Challenger Series, we saw some very interesting innovations that were brought to the table. So let's take a look at the top 5 moments from the TFT Challenger Series number 3. Kicking it off at number 5 is a play that will sum up the most memorable interactions of this patch. Facing off with 1 and 2 health respectively, Ramblin's Forgotten composition is looking to take on Guubums' Yasuo comp. When the fight starts, Guubums seems to be in a good spot to take the game, but that's when Ramblin's Rise decides to turn on the Jets using his very dark blue buff to infinitely chain CC the enemy team while Mordekaiser helps clean up the kills. While for many people this patch has been the League of Draven, Guubums comes in at number 4 to teach the rest of the lobby how to top 4 without the Glorious Executioner, even when playing Forgotten. When Guubums rolls down at level 8, he can't find a Draven. With his Draven items on a Vayne 2, Guubums plays around his contingency plan of Katarina and a very strong frontline. Because of the Ranger buff from Kindred and the Assassin buff from Viego, Guubums' team buys enough time for Katarina and Vayne to work through the enemy team. In fact, by the end of the game, Guubums actually passes up on Draven, opting instead to ride out the Vayne carry into an impressive 3rd place finish. At number 3, we have Setsuko saying, "Forget reroll Yasuo, how about reroll Mordekaiser?" Rolling down at level 7 to find Yasuo, Setsuko ended up with 7 Mordekaisers and 2 Neeko's helps. He opts to Neeko his Mord instead of saving them for Yasuo, allowing the viewers at home to revel in a few 10k damage auto attacks while he sends Ramblin's entire team into the Death Realm. Next at number 2, Stomp a Little teaches Kuramex a lesson on how positioning can sometimes beat even the strongest defense. With Kuramex's backline being protected by 2 Trap Claws and a Banshee's Claw, he opts to not place anything in front of his Teemo, assuming that it will be protected from anything that comes near it. But when the fight starts, Stomp a Little's Viego 2 is perfectly positioned to jump into the backline and proc Frozen Heart on Kuram's entire backline, slowing their attack speed. As the fight goes on, Kuram's team is too slow to kill the Viego, who snipes the Teemo on his way out. In this game, Stomp a Little's outpositioning of even the strongest defense earned himself a very important 1st place. And at number 1 is the nail-biting finish to the tournament. With 5 players eligible for a tournament win, it all comes down to Guubums vs Melton Heart. While Melton Heart couldn't win the tournament with a first, winning Game 6 would actually allow Ramblin to cross the 40-point threshold before any other player. With both players dead to a single loss, Guubums' Dawnbringer team looked to find victory against Melton Heart's Varus Pantheon combination. While Melton Heart's Pantheon had been able to break through so many other players' front lines, Guubums' front line seemed to be too strong for him. Because of this, Guubums' Karma and Heimerdinger were able to eventually wear through Melton Heart's team and secure a 1st place finish and a spot in the mid-set finale. And with that are your top 5 moments from the TFT Reckoning Challenger Series number 3. Let us know in the comments what your favorite moments from the event were, and make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all giantslayer TFT coverage.